It feels like a very long time since the last CSGO operation ended, and well, it has been. Since then, people have been wondering, hoping, guessing when the new operation would arrive, and finally it's here, Operation Wildfire. It brings with it a lot of cool things, including a cool looking Wildfire coin, oh baby. You get the operation journal back to track your stats and keep tabs on your friends' leaderboards. Also, interestingly enough, in this operation you get some co-op missions that you must do with a friend called the Gemini campaign. Previous operations have also had some co-op missions. I tried some of these out earlier, and essentially they are wave missions where you and a teammate must defend a bomb site from waves of terrorists whilst getting kills with certain weapons. As with any of the other missions, you can only do 2 a day to start with, but hopefully they're going to get a bit harder and more interesting. It also seems that once you get to the later missions in the Gemini campaign, you get access to some new gadgets that have also appeared in the game, such as heavy armor, medical shots and tactical awareness grenades. Sounds very interesting. It's only for co-op though. Don't worry, these sort of things aren't going to make it to the base game, thankfully, as I'm not sure seeing counter-terrorists running around in armoured suits with 200 armour would work. Also, wallhack grenades don't sound like a great idea in multiplayer. I'm not quite sure what to expect from the co-op side of things, but I will play through some missions each day and see what comes of it. Overall, the new operation has over 30 new missions, as well as blitz missions, which are global events that open at specific times and grant you bonus XP for completing a specific action. As well as that, you also get the new Wildfire case with a brand new knife type, the Bowie knife. This is the hard choice here. If you get a dropped crate, do you open it for the chance to get the new knife, or do you sell it because the crates are always worth a ton when they first come out? You decide. The knife also looks crazy big on screen. I'm not actually sure if I like it yet, can't decide, but if you're going to open the cases and roll the dice, may Gaben be with you. As well as all of the usual operation stuff, we get access to 7 new community maps: Empire, Santorini, Mikla, Royal, Tulip, Cruise and Coast. Now, while some of these maps look stunning, there was another addition that had everyone all hot under the collar: the new Nuke. Yes, that's right, the remastered and updated version of Nuke was released with this operation. It's had a complete visual overhaul to bring it in line with all of the other CSGO maps, but also it's had some significant changes to aid the terrorists while still trying to retain the original Nuke feel. Let's run through a few of these changes, starting outside back near T-spawn. The entire roof area here has been changed, and more specifically the silo jump is now no longer a skill based jump, but in fact you're enticed to go up there with a new path. This path then goes all around the roof area outside and will actually take you all the way to Crow's Nest in A, otherwise known as Heaven. Outside will definitely be harder for CTs to control, with silo now available for all players. The A bomb site has had a big overhaul as well, and not just visual. Now the CTs can no longer go around the entire upper area. In fact, they're limited to just one half of it, stopping them from reaching the areas above the vents and main entrance. Obviously, these used to be very popular positions to defend from. It can actually be glitched right now, but I'm sure that's going to be fixed relatively quickly. It's intended to help terrorists attacking the A bomb site by limiting the angles that they need to check off and search for players. Oh, and you can plant the bomb on the silos themselves, careful of a filthy Crow's after plant position. Next, we see a change with the vents. In fact, there's only one vent now, and the vents go in an S shape. Left vent is blocked off and right vent can be opened, and you can shut the blinds if you want. Not quite sure what the point is, but that's in there. And when you drop down that vent, in front of you is actually closed off, and you've got to go to the other side. And I think it's meant to try and make the CT rotate and retake a little bit slower. Backstairs or secret remains pretty much the same, but with a larger platform to the side of the stairs, and the platform is on the left of the stairs rather than on the right hand side. When we head downstairs though to the junction, we do see a significant change. There's now another pathway to the left of the vent that used to be blocked off. It's not quite the 1.6 route, but essentially it creates a new entrance into the B bomb site via a door in the other corner. It's a tight choke point, so it really needs a combination of this entrance and the main doors or vents to make it work well. It's also an interesting after plant spot. The lower bomb site has pretty much the same layout with a few notable exceptions, but visually it looks extremely different. The main points are, of course, now the single vent to look after rather than the two we had before, and of course the extra door that I just showed you. Not only that though, Toxic has now been moved. No longer is it opposite the other doors, but now it's back towards the ramp. This now gives a number of defensive spots to hold from with the vent, side door, double doors, and now Toxic. Lastly, a few areas we haven't looked at. Ramp room for the most part retains the same layout with some extra boxes being added to the far right to stop CTs from being able to play that tight angle in the corner. Hut has also seen a lick of paint, but the flow of it remains pretty much the same as before, but everything is just a lot brighter. Same for the ramp room. It's essentially a very similar layout, but it's been overhauled to look far less out of date than the old version. In fact, you don't realise just how out of date the old map looked visually until you see them side by side. Overall, the map looks visually fantastic, and I think the overhaul is great. I was a bit disappointed there wasn't an extra point directly into the ramp room. I thought for sure that they would have done that, but I'll need a bit more time to properly play the map before I say if the new changes have worked as intended or not. So there we have it, guys. That's all for the update today. Let me know what you think of the new Nuke down in the comments below. You played on it yet in competitive matchmaking? How did it work? Is it bad? Does it actually give the terrorists any more advantage, or is it still heavily CT sided? Let me know down in the comments below. As always, thank you for watching, guys. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, a thumbs down if you didn't, and I'll see you in the next one.